Today we are going to be cooking in the kitchen with Renee, and we are going to be making an egg white omelet. Yep, an egg white omelet. So let me bring it down and let's see what ingredients we will be putting in this egg white omelet. And a special ingredient that we will be putting in our egg white omelet is our spinach powder. Yep, today is the day we are going to use that dehydrated spinach powder to see how it tastes in this egg white omelet. Are you guys ready? I know I am. Have I ever had an egg white omelet? Yep, in the restaurants. But have I ever made one myself? Nope. So you guys will be coming on this journey with me, making this egg white omelet together, and we are going to take it from the beginning to the end to the taste test. And trust and believe, I am going to tell you the real deal. And the one thing I know about making an egg white omelet, that the white has no flavor. So this is when we're going to have to ramp it up, pump it up, and fill it with a whole bunch of wonderful seasonings. Some of the seasonings I have grown in my garden that I will be putting in this omelet today. Yep, you know what I always say. I'm trying to stay out of that grocery store and trying to grow my own seasonings so I can have an abundance of them, and I won't even have to pay those high prices in the grocery store. All right, guys, let's get this omelet going. So let me show you what we're going to be putting in the omelet today. So we are going to put in this liquid egg white. I'm not using regular eggs, and then I have to do all that separating of the egg yolk. So I saw this at Walmart, and I decided to say, hey, this is already in a container. Let's try this for the first time. And then later down the road, I'll make another omelet that using regular eggs. And we're just going to have to separate the egg yolks in order to get to the whites. And I'm also going to put in some of my homemade bell pepper seasoning. I have my spinach powder that you guys were there when I was making it. I have some of those green onion tops. I have 4 of these containers, and look, I'm going on my first jar. Look, I'm almost done with this, so you know I will be dehydrating and growing more onions this season. We're going to put a tomato in there, a Roma tomato. It can be any type of tomato. And then I'm going to put some of this pepper jack cheese. Because remember what I said? Egg whites do not have any kind of flavor, so we got to put the flavor in there. And then I'm going to use some pepper. And then we're going to throw in an avocado. So let's go ahead and get this avocado diced up. And I've already got my pan on the stove getting hot, because when I put these egg white mixture into that skillet, I want to hear that sizzling sound. So let's go ahead and get this avocado out of here. And this avocado is soft and ready to go. And I just go around the avocado and I cut it in section, and then I just pop it out of their little shell here. And let's pop the seed and put that in the old shell of the avocado. And then we're going to take this one out. And then this is after we do this avocado. Then we're going to pour our liquid egg whites in our bowl. And we are going to put all our seasonings in there, whip it up, and take it to the stove, and we are going to put it in our hot piping skillet that is over there on the stove waiting for us. So move those out the way. Now let's get our egg whites in this bowl, and let's start layering our flavors. And make sure your hands are clean before you even start this process. And they have the serving if you want to make 2 eggs, 3 eggs, 4 eggs. But you know, Miss Renee, I'm just going to pour some in there. And this is what it look like. See? It's just like soup. Look like broth. So we're just going to put that in there. And we're going to put some pepper in there, some black pepper. I like a lot of pepper. So we're going to put a lot of pepper in there. And then we're going to put some of this bell pepper seasoning in there. And probably when I have it in the skillet, I'll probably put more bell pepper seasoning in there. We're going to put some of this spinach powder in there. Ooh, it smells so good. And then we're going to put some of these onion tops in there. Sprinkle, 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 because I love the flavor of onions in my eggs. Alright, let's whip this together. Alright, let's take it over to the stove and let's pour it into our skillet. Alright, you guys, let's put this omelet into the skillet. I hear it bubbling in there. So we're going to get all that goodness out of our bowl. And as you can see, the egg whites are starting to turn white. So that's what we want. So we want the egg whites to turn white, get nice and white on the whole skillet, and then that's when we're going to start layering our seasonings. You might need a little bit more seasoning. So I have my tomatoes here. I have my pepper jack cheese waiting in the wings, waiting to put it in this skillet. So we are just going to be a little patient here, and you can put anything in here. I elected to put the spinach powder in here, but you can cut up spinach leaves and dice them in there. You can put any type of meat you want in there. You can put any type of cheese you want in there. You can put mushrooms in here. I just choose to put in my tomatoes and my pepper jack cheese in mine. So when the egg white is nice and white, look at that, it's getting there. I'll come back and then we'll start layering our tomatoes, avocados, and our pepper jack cheese. You guys, our omelet is starting to turn white, and sometimes your omelet will have a little bubble. You just poke it and it will deflate that bubble. So let's start adding our ingredients. So let's put our tomatoes in there. One thing about omelets is it's going to make it nice and colorful. It's going to be pleasing to the eye, and that's what we want. You want to make your food to look so good, you just can't wait to dig in. So I'm going to put my tomatoes in there, and then I'm going to put my avocado in there. And I try to put mine mainly in the side, in the middle, so when I flip my omelet, it won't be too hard for me to fold it over. And this avocado is nice and creamy. I love avocado. And then here, we're going to sprinkle our pepper jack cheese. Because we are layering all that flavor onto our omelet. And I love cheese. It'll be all nice and melty in there. And I'm waiting for the sides of the omelet to get a little set, because when I try to flip it, I want it to be able to be a little strong on the edges. And I'm going to add a little bit more bell pepper seasoning. Looks good, looks good. Alright, let's see if the edges look pretty good. To where I can try to flip this bad boy. See what I'm shaking with my skillet? See how it moves? That lets me know it is almost ready. So let's see if we can flip this bad boy. Let's flip it. There we go. We'll take the pan and move it to the front. so we can continue to flip it. Don't that look good, you guys? It looks phenomenal. Looks so good. And you can take your spatula and you can just move it on over. And we'll just let that part cook so it can stiffen it up a little bit before we even try to move it. Let me give you a close-up look at that omelet. Look at the size of that omelet. Don't that look beautiful? Nice and brown. And I have a special topping that I'm going to put on my omelet. I don't know if you guys do it, but I do it on mine. So we're going to let all that cheese and stuff melt. Looks good. I see all that avocado is starting to melt down. Cheese is looking good. Tomatoes. And I sprayed my pan before I put my egg whites in there with some normal cooking spray. It's so good. I cannot wait to eat this. Let's find a beautiful plate that we can put this on. Let's clean up our area so it'll be all nice and clean. As you know, you have to have a nice cleaning working surface. Alright, let's see if we can find a cute presentation plate. Looking for a cute plate that I think it will be beautiful. And we can see all the beautiful colors. And I think this plate right here will be perfect. Set it on the side over there. So we are ready for this omelet. I can't wait. Are you guys mouth watering just like mine is? Look at that. All that cheese. It just needs to cook a little bit more. This looks better than what you get in the restaurant. You know that's good when you see all the cheese and stuff oozing out of your omelet. Next time, I think when I do this omelet, I think I'm going to do it with some mushrooms. That sounds good because I love mushrooms. Let me let you see another look, take another look at this omelet. Look at this. Look how beautiful that omelet is. You see how nice it is? Nice and brown. I love it. It is so good, you guys. I think we are almost there. Alright. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slide it off out of this skillet right onto our plate. I'm not going to try to flip it because I know if I try to flip it, I know this omelet will probably break into 2 pieces. And we don't want that. We'll just give it a few more minutes because this omelet. Look at all that melty pepper jack cheese. Woo, baby. I love it. Woohoo! You can see it on the bottom. It's oozing out. Alright, guys, I'll come back when I'm ready to take it out of the skillet and put it onto our plate. I'll be back in a minute. Hey guys, our omelet is ready to come out of the skillet. So I'm going to take this plate and I'm going to sit it right here. We'll put it up here so you guys can see it. And then we're just going to slide our omelet. See if you'll be able to see it. Because this is the best part. Is plating our omelet. See how I'm just going to slide off of that. Right into the plate. Come on, baby. Slide on off. Perfect. Woohoo! Get all that goodness off the bottom. And look at that omelet. Doesn't that look delicious? Woo-hoo, that's a good looking omelet. All right, let's take it over to the kitchen cutting board and let's do our taste test. You guys, the omelet is done. Look at that omelet. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't that look delicious? Look at all the colors, the tomatoes, the avocados, that pepper jack cheese. Looks fantastic. And the special topping that I like to put on my omelet is salsa. This is some salsa that I canned up on 9/7/23. So we're going to put some of that salsa onto this omelet. That's just going to give it another layer of flavor. I cannot wait to taste this, you guys. That looks delicious. All right, are you ready for the taste test? Let's go. Guys, here's the taste test, and this has like dehydrated spinach in there. Let me give you another look at that omelet. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's cut into this bad boy and let's see. Ready? OMG. All the seasonings that I put in this omelet is coming to the surface. It is making my palate feel so happy. And it tastes so good. You know we got to go and get another one. Come on. Look at this slice. Let me show you what it looks like. Look at that. Woo. Can you see all that spinach in there? Looks delicious. Well, I just want to say thank you for joining me on another episode of Cooking in the Kitchen with Renee, making this white omelet using my dehydrated spinach powder, which is amazing. So you guys have to try this recipe. Let me know down in the comments if you try or like egg white omelet. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Have a blessed day. And Miss Renee will see you in another edition of Cooking in the Kitchen with Renee. Good, you guys. All right, take care.